So we have categorized these houses into 4, what we call Lot 1. This is what is going out in the next financial year. What are these? Lot 1A, we call them presidential flagship projects. And why are we calling them presidential flagship projects? We are not calling them pilot, because pilot means that you're testing something, and if it works, you're going to replicate. It's not a pilot. This category is what we're calling phase buying projects. These are the projects that are going to buy the trust, because the public does not trust government, does not believe that this program, affordable housing program, is actually going to happen. Because far too many times they've been told stories only to be disappointed. And that is why we are determined that by next month there will be a groundbreaking in the first one there, which is Park Road, where we have got a beautiful piece of land. And we've started, work is ongoing, and we're breaking ground next month. So Lot 1A, we've got 36,840 units already mapped. And those estates are Park Road, Muguga Green, Starehe A and B, Shaurimoyo A, B, C, D, Makongeni, and Mapoko. But at the same time, we have got to build houses in the informal settlements. So we also have what we call flagship social housing project. So the first thing that you see there, what we call transitional housing or decanting sites, is to move. If you go to Kibera today, and we've already done Kibera A, when you go to Kibera, you realize that there is something we call the slum economy. It's a very complex thing. Studies show that only 40% of the people who live in the slum actually go out to work. 60% depend on some form of economy that is in the slum. That is why, ladies and gentlemen, if you build beautiful houses in Mavoko and you go to Kibera and transfer them there, they will not move. Why? Because there is an economy. So we have got to move one lot and build a decanting site closer by, where they can still be able to go and do their work. We put up new units, take them from the decanting site and take them to the housing. And because of that, we know that this is a difficult assignment. And first of all, there's a lot of mistrust. And also there's a lot of complexities, because you are dealing with, the land is owned by government, but you have got a structure owner who is by all means illegal. But if you don't address these issues, you will never build in the slums. And of course, you have got the tenant who has got different objectives. So we have got about 15,000. We are being very conservative in terms of our own ambitions of how many units we'll be able to build in the slums. Although that is where the most intervention is needed, it is the most difficult to execute, even when we have money. Lot 1C, as I said, housing is a devolved function. Lot 1A, these are land parcels that are owned by national government. And why we are saying we're calling them presidential flagship project is because our destiny is in our own hands. But then we start to go to a lot where the destiny is not necessarily in our own hands. And that is what we are calling counties and towns. Luckily, for the State Department, we have got some money that we are giving counties through Kenya Urban Support Program to build infrastructure. It's a conditional grant. And one of the conditions is that they must be able to identify land for building affordable homes. And I give them money to put urban infrastructure to support the housing. So, and if a county does not comply, they lose the money another county takes. So there is an incentive for counties to take. So as of today, we have 8 counties that have signed, 22 counties have returned their documents, and one of them I'm signing this afternoon. Meaning, and each one of them are committing to 2,000 units a year, minimum. And for bigger counties like Kiambu, we are looking at the old municipalities, Kikuyu, Roiro, Kiambu itself, and let's say Limuru, Juja, and Thika. I think there's one more left. They've got over 70,000 people in population. They are coming up with 2,000 housing units in each and every one of those areas. And Lot 1D, Nairobi County, we are treating it as a special county. I'm sure you've seen in the last few days and last few months, it's been very interesting in the county. So it needs its own agenda. They've got money of their own, but we have managed to talk to them and convince them that we are better off together and walking this journey together, because they will benefit from all the hard work that the national government has put in terms of negotiations. One of the things I didn't tell you on the construction cost is we are dealing with the issue of cement manufacturers. We are giving them offtake, and they have given us undertaking they're going to lower their prices. Same thing with steel. All right, that gives you a lot more detail on that and the counties. And a lot of people are asking, what are you going to do with the rural housing? And I think what the DG described, this interlocking soil blocks, is what we are, because in rural areas people build their own homes. The only issue we have with them is they're not using the right material. So we want to give them material, so we are putting up what we call ABT centers all over the counties.